Hello there everyone, this is IronMark3 and welcome back to Mindustry for the fifth and final part of this particular time round on this mini-series. Oh, that gets in the way of the lasers. Fine, you know what, I'll put one there, and I'll put a repair turret there just to help out. Taking out this extra Titan has given me some much needed space to let me... No, not that way. To let me just get more power out here, basically. So, since I don't have to work quite as cramped as before, I can actually now get things where I want it to be. Roughly. Very, very roughly. So, if I plug that one in there, that's now functioning to supply, but we can now put one there, which is what was missing. And as you can see, it's feeding up into that particular cannon there. Not the other one, though, because I'm a complete dunce. Oh, that one's not feeding either. There we go. All Gatlings are now being fed. Awesome. We need more repair power. You guys are charging? Yep, you are charging. We don't have a power supply up front, though. Ooh. Oh dear. That lack of power is something of an issue. We're going to have to extract a Titan, aren't we? Actually, no. It's not extract, it's more like move one, budge it over slightly. It's still mostly going to fit. So, if we put that there, that Titan will be armed. Then we can... Welcome to Earth! Sorry. I think that's a very appropriate phrase there. Welcome to Earth! It's just like, I was suddenly struck in mind of like alien invaders coming in, then Will Smith opening the door of their own spaceship and going, "Welcome to Earth," and punching him in the face. I don't know why that came to mind so suddenly, but it's like, yep, that kind of fits, sure. Let's keep on getting these things geared up properly because we've got that gap, so that can now feed all the supply systems around there. There. And then we also need to have a link through... Oh yeah, I forgot for a few moments. I've got the beam lasers on now, which actually look a bit better than the railguns, I must admit. And that'll power the shields up there. So this entire area is getting much heavier. The Gatlings are all armed. All of that stuff is all good. Now, let's actually tear out this section here. We don't need it anymore. For the other reason, I got the additional nuclear power plants in place. We don't actually need all of this either. And that is the idea that we're going to actually use lasers as our backup. Also, we're going to keep on spawning waves, but this is our last video in this series, so it's like, bring it on. Let's see what. Let me show you what I've got. And I have a plethora of firepower. Yeah, take that, alien invaders. Right. Let's install, what have we got? Lots of Dirium. Let's install large Dirium walls. I think from here, actually. Right, what's the range on the repair turrets? Repair turrets can function about... on these guys, actually let's build them like this. So, we're going to be using tons and tons of energy to keep all this stuff going. And bear in mind that that means... So you've got a 3 range on it? We want it to be about here. So, we're going to be linking all of this into our power supply. Our power supply is going to be fueling all of this, and it's going to be making the lives of the aliens very, very miserable. Are you guys energy, per chance? Average to low damage, never misses, multiple enemies, simultaneous chain lightning strike. Come on in, next wave! I think I have some evil things for you. Yes. So I think like a gap of 3 per is probably good. 2, 3, click, 2, 3. The ground shakes as... Absolutely glorious. Also, I forgot to arm one of my Titan cannons. Just realised. Let's actually get that sorted out. There we go. Just load that thing up. We might need to wrap some more titanium. Sorry, more... yeah, just more stuff in general up here, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make this nice and even, which will be 6. Then the walls will be like that. There we go. That's our defensive array. It's glorious, doesn't it? Yes. Then we're going to have a layer of laser nonsense down here. We're going to have a multiple laser transfer array back here because, you know, is nice. No, I need that one. That's going to be the last one. And just to ensure that power flows adequately, actually, I'm going to have it be a treble. Like so. And then we're going to route it sideways. Like that. So this is going to be a rather big mess as far as power is concerned, but it's going to have a lot of extra storage built into it as well. It's going to be quite the light show, in all honesty. Just to make sure we avoid cross lines like that. But this will ensure that power goes wherever it might be needed in an even supply, which is also important. So this will avoid any kind of imbalances coming into this area, because each of these has one feed going into it, and then it'll feed into a massive amount of systems. So there we go. So this is why I was starting to work on more power supply, because more power, we've got to crank out the juice. One there, one there, one there. Oh, that's not quite right. That's how I want it. So why 3, you might ask? Well, because I'm going to install another nuclear reactor, and I'm going to try to avoid to blow up the... Oh, I was correct in the first place. Whoops. I'm going to try to avoid blowing up the nuclear reactors again. That is slightly counterproductive, let's be honest. Slightly counterproductive. But I have been known to sometimes blow up my own nuclear reactors. I'm not all too ashamed to admit that. Let's actually go ahead and install a cross piece here to ensure balancing. There we go. But yeah, we're going to have multiple lines of lasers going here, there, and everywhere as much as we can. This also, of course, means we need to rework this section as well, and we need to install, of course, that fabled and mythical 3rd nuclear power plant, because it is absolutely safe to do so. Actually, it is. We've got plenty of fuel lying around, and I've just installed enough cooling for it, so, you know, why not have an additional 3rd nuclear power plant? It seems completely and utterly safe. Yes. I don't need this much power at all. Right. Okay, so now I just need to make sure I'm feeding in everything to the reactors. One there, and one there. Of course we need the router, bring it all up here to feed into the additional reactor. Reactor number 3 online! Feed the power supply, my boys! And notice that it's actually distributing power all over the darn place, because it's trying to build it up in a balanced fashion. Okay, right, so we've got pure Dirium up here, right? The reason I'm feeding them so much power is because I actually want to have shields up here as well. Yeah, take that, you buggers. So I'm going to install... that seems okay, actually. Going to install plenty of localized shielding along here, which is, of course, going to be a big drain on power. But we'll have to put up with that for the greater good, of course. Actually, because it's just awesome. Though, of course, we do have the enemy EMP effects as well, which can cause issues. That's why there's multiple backup shields installed too. Just to make sure that everything stays running. I mean, we've got power for days. You know, so we might as well work to try and help it all out. And I kind of want to have some additional healing up in the first bit. We're building Dirium. But I wanted to put Tesla cannons up front as well. You know, because of their multi-target capability. Better up front where they can hit lots of different things. But we don't have the Dirium to keep building those. So I'm actually going to have to switch back to lasers for most of this. Besides which, actually as it gets further down, lasers will go better anyway. Yes, fear me! Fear my Daka! There we go. Lots of repair to help keep the Dirium walls intact. It's only a single layer of wall, but it's got the shielding and stuff as well, so... And it's all running off the nuclear power plants. Because I'm a bugger that way. So I'm just telling the invaders to go suck it at this point. It's like, aha! You're invading? Welcome to Earth! I love that phrase. I might need to work on the ammo supply situation up here. Maybe. Or maybe not. Next wave. Right. That's why I've got the testers up front, because if it's big and slow, it's going to get pummeled a lot. But if it's small, it's probably going to be fast, so it'll not have much health. So, you know, multi-strike capability of the Tesla is kind of useful. But right now, we're just spamming it to see kind of how well it does. Oh, this is a big, slow, fat one, isn't it? Yep, that's working. Can I fit another Titan cannon back here? I think I can. Ooh, there's space for a 2. Awesome. Right. More Titan nonsense if you would be 7 cannons. Because why not? I'm not using the space for anything else. Oh, the shield's actually starting to drop at the front there. Repair systems are starting to kick in. Yep. There was some minor damage, but not overly much. Let's actually make sure we're getting enough power. Let's split that beam there. So that it'll feed that particular one directly. Actually, let's take that one out and put a new shield generator in place. There you go, just to help it. Bring more stuff for me to shoot at, please. Ha ha. I just kind of wish I had more long-range artillery. Yeah. Yeah, the aliens are absolutely loving my kill box, it seems, by the way. Yes. Can't see very far at all. Oh, fear me! Yes, fear me! One there. I just need to install a router there. I'm definitely overtaxing my uranium supply though, keeping all this stuff, all this nonsense running. There's no backlog at all anymore. Right. I need to find other sources of uranium. Okay. Right. So what I'll do is, I will pull those two out. That will route upwards into there. Then I'll have the routers, a massive number of routers there, which will ensure that as much as possible goes into the line here, feeding the power plants. So the power plants are not going to run short anytime soon. I'm also going to put a repair system in here because things seem to be a bit damaged around here. Can't think why. I've got the power, might as well. But because I put that router set there, I am now free to do that. So that pulls off any spare uranium. So if this line's full, we're going to get all the rest coming up here, which will then be used to help fuel my guns. So I might as well, if I've got the extra capability, I might as well use it, you know? Besides, we need more ammunition. We need more nonsense to throw at the enemy. I don't know why these guns fire pure uranium, and I don't really want to ask too much, but if it works, it works. If it makes explosions, it works. Yep, there we go. Extra uranium flowing. We still need more, though. Where can I extract some more uranium from? It's not up here, is there? Nope. We're on the hunt for uranium, boys. We're on the hunt for uranium. Oh wow, look at all that. Yeah, after the sheer area effect nonsense of the Titans and the rapid fire of the chain guns, they've got to get past the laser array. And they are not doing too well, I don't mind telling you that. I think there was a uranium... There's a uranium deposit there. I think there was some... Yep, there's some here. Let's cancel those, actually. Don't really need that much. That'll backlog this slightly, but that's okay. And we've got like 5 minutes left in the episode, so, you know, no harm in seeing how far we can push the timer before we run out. I just need to get more of that sweet, sweet green stuff to throw at the enemy. Because everyone loves throwing rocks at the enemy, especially radioactive rocks. Right. Drones, okay, let's put some Omni drills on these. Oh, that actually took up... Yeah, Omni drills are 40 apiece. That is absolutely awful. But that said, a uranium drill is, what? 7 seconds per item, while an Omni drill is, what? 4? Yeah. So it's worth it. It works pretty hard. It just... costs an absolute bombshell to put it into place. There's also the fact I need to put together a flux duct line as well to get the stuff up to where it's meant to be in any kind of stretch of time. So that's also a thing. Right, come on, 40, there we go, put down the wall. Right. Yeah, that wave was just immediately dead. Okay, so our sorry, I keep calling it durium. Our durium supply is what is required for everything to get where it needs to go. Okay, so I need to put it through here. Which means, of course, because we've got to do it quick. Actually, no, it would be faster if I used just a massive array of tunnels, wouldn't it? Now that I think about it. But if it's a tunnel array, you couldn't see it. Which is why it's not quite as good. No way I can afford that. I can afford regular drills, though. The regular drills will have to do, at least for now. Now, I need to hook this up to this supply over here to even have a chance of getting it where I want it to go. Because it's so expensive to build these things. Oh, next one. I thought it was a bit quiet. There's no explosions. There's no aliens meeting a violent doom. At least I assume they're aliens. I didn't stop to ask, did I? In fact, what are they? They are creatures. I wonder if there's some kind of backstory to this. Probably is. I just didn't notice or didn't ask. Will this get through? No. Tunnels only go 2. I'll do that, and then I'll just hook it straight into here. There we go. Here, have more uranium to throw at the enemy. We count success in the measure of the bodies of our enemies. Goodbye, wave 67. Yeah, they're not having any kind of luck, are they, at the moment? Not really. routers. I'll put them in like this. Oh, that doesn't quite work because I've got extractors running coal up here. It'll have to be like this then. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, that'll do. Go. And I think I need a 3-way splitter, like that. There we go, we've got plenty of power. Power for days. We just need more lasers. So that said, there is no chance so far of things getting through. So, you know, I'm not really sure why I'm doing all this right now. It's like, I've got the materials, I might as well just slap it all down. There we go. Yeah. I think we've got this kind of sewn up at the moment. They're not close to getting through. But we are definitely just murdering anything and everything that even tries. Oh, I'm out of stuff. Okay. But yeah, this is actually a rather simple setup once you get started on it. Oh, they're actually trying to shoot through that wall. Too bad there was too much stuff there just shelling them into non-existence. Yeah, they aren't getting anywhere. Oh my. Shield. Another shield, come on. We're actually about to end the episode as well. They've got some rather nasty stuff that I'm trying to get through. And I randomly died. Oh! The fiends! The fiends! The fiends, they kill the wall! No! My poor Divium wall! How could they do that? Monsters! They kill the wall! Wave 77 managed to kill a wall. Oh wow, this is just getting insane. There we go, wall fixed. Wow. I think I'm done here. Jeez. I would like to put down large doom, I just don't have any. I've got plenty of titanium though. I can just slap a titanium wall down instead. I can afford that really easily. Like that. And then I just need the Dirium to even put the shields into place, but the shields are all over the place as well, so I might as well just install extra repair systems down here. If I get down to this part, they're probably going to get past. But honestly, getting down this far, I don't quite see it. Not really. I mean, the light waves are just getting murdered. The heavier waves can't dodge anything, so they're getting... Oh! Oh, they blew up some... They actually killed some of my stuff! I'm missing part of my forward Gatling array. Occurs. They actually did some damage I wasn't aware of. Ow. Probably a couple of the big, massive movers did that. Yeah, because it had to move it further forward just so that the Gatlings could do things. So they were in Gatling range, and apparently that moved them a bit too close. They just invited retaliation, so that's why they're actually dead. So yeah, that bit there was a bit too close, but it had to be that close for the Gatlings to work. Which is a shame, but hey, that's Gatlings. The Gatlings are actually not that long range. The Titans are doing a lot of the shelling. And then they get down here, the lasers take over and start murdering stuff. yeah, the flow of materials is kind of at an end right now. I think that belt might be backwards, actually. Oh no, there's a bit of coal. Why is there a bit of coal in the belt? Yeah, there's a bit of coal there blocking that gun. Kind of strange. There's a bit of coal there as well. I must have had some cross... Why do I have coal in my uranium belt? I wish to know this. Why do I have coal in my uranium belt? Because as soon as it reaches the gun jams. So I must have got some cross-contamination going on somewhere. Yeah, look at that. Some more coal just flew in immediately. A bit more coal. There's another bit. Yep, I've got some contamination in the line. Where is that coming? Where's that coal even coming from? Ah! That was where. So, I was doing so well, and then I accidentally slapped a belt down next to that, and that was actually jamming all my uranium-based guns. All I can say to that is, whoops. Really. So yeah, my uranium-based guns just weren't able to do anything because they just jammed on the coal. Which is a bit unfortunate to say the least. Is there any more coal in these lines? Oh, there's one there. Okay, I think you're okay. You've got coal in you. I think that's all good. Okay. Keep on going. Bring me more things to shoot at. I need to check my guns and make sure they're actually operating properly. Wow, that's a lot of stuff there, actually. Jeez, that's a lot of stuff. Oh, they actually got through. Whoa! The lasers took care of some of it, but once that bit there breached, they just wandered straight through. This defense is actually approaching its operational limit, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Because once they managed to punch through that section, they just, like, annihilated it. They need to be held there so that the Titans can actually maintain fire on them. It helps to keep them there. So let's actually go ahead and reinforce the area with what have we got access to very quickly. So that stuff, we need some more... Well, only one shield apparently. Oh no, we can get more. And as many repair turrets as I can pack into it. We will hold them back, darn it. There we go. Lots and lots of repair capability. And some extra shielding. Should probably back up a little bit for this. I'll hide down here. I am sorry, this episode's over a little bit, hasn't it? Kind of surprised I got coal contamination on them. Oh, suiciders! They actually went and punched through some of my Titans. Little swines. Oh, there's some more. Ah! Darn suiciders. Oh, jeez. Oh, they're all spawning with the suicider trait now. They're just rushing the nearest turrets now, trying to blow them up. It's beaming. Actually, I think they go after whatever shoots them first. Yeah, that seems to be more likely. Oh, a wave 90, they're getting extremely dangerous, actually. I'm not dead yet, but... Yeah. Like I said, I've better call it there. This episode is over long. Ah, well. And the defense is starting to fail a little bit, too. And I'm dead. Perfect timing. Just starting to punch through there as well. So, this defense is all but lost. This has been Iron Mark III. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the show. And this return to Mindustry, looking at it from the eyes of someone who has a better idea of what they're trying to do. Because last time I was actually learning as we went. This time I actually have a vague idea. Oh, they punched straight through that. Those guys are really dangerous, actually. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. That looks dangerous. See you all later. Come on. This way. Oh, yeah, look. Darn suiciders. Oh dear.